In this tutorial, we'll walk you through creating a program directly in program mode on Snaptrude. When you start a new project, you can begin building programs right away in program mode. Upon opening the program mode, you will find columns to define your space label, net area per room, and specify the room count. Optionally, you can also add a department name and a department color if needed. You can also include any custom calculations that you need to create your program, such as entering site area, FAR, and creating any formulas that will assist you in your program creation. Let's start by creating a program. Begin by entering a space label. Note that you can continue adding labels for your spaces, but keep in mind that just adding space labels will not create these spaces. For the spaces to be successfully created, you must also fill in the area and the count for it. For example, let's add in the area and the room count. After entering this information, press Enter. As soon as you hit Enter, you will see that these spaces have been created. You can verify this by going to the design mode and observing these spaces being created side by side as we fill in our program. In the same way, let's add in the area and count for another space and hit Enter. You will see these spaces created in the design mode. Since we have not assigned a department name, all the spaces fall under the default department. Any new space that we create will be added under this default department. To assign a department, you can do so at the header row. All the spaces within will fall into that particular department then. Moreover, a hex color code is automatically assigned to it. This hex color code can be edited if needed. To change a department for a specific space, simply make the change against the respective space and press Enter. The space will automatically be assigned to the newly created department. You also have the option to assign a department beforehand and create your spaces later. Should you need to alter certain data for your spaces, you can do so directly from this tab. For instance, if you want to change the area of a specific space, simply input the new area and the change will be reflected in your project. Changes to similar spaces can be made from their header row of that particular space. If you only need to alter the data for one space, expand the row of that space, then enter the new value against one of the spaces there. Note that all these changes will also be reflected in your design canvas. Let's explore what other information we can view or edit directly from the program mode. When you expand your program mode, you'll notice that the areas listed here are converted into target areas in the columns under the design field. All the achieved areas will continue to reflect the areas shown in the design canvas. That means any changes made within the canvas will be reflected in the achieved columns here. Whether you're increasing room count or changing areas, you can always compare it with the targets that were set. These targets can also be changed directly from here. You can see any comparisons between the target and achieved areas under the Spacewise Area Summary. There are also additional columns for you to continue working on the program. To learn in detail about these columns in the program mode, head over to the About Program Mode tutorial.